This week, the two major goals, there was a couple of tasks beneath both, but we wanted to get the activity data loaded and we wanted to get the documentation updated with some other items that haven't been documented. While I was doing that, I went through and cleaned up the documentation and working through it, editing myself, because as you are probably aware with these videos, I can get a little wordy, whatnot, because Lord knows you don't want to read what I've written 50 pages of without editing. Next week's going to be a little bit more of the same, because this week we were able to get the activities tested. So like we've done with all the other data sets, except for maybe the first or second data set we loaded, we do a test run of the data to see that the way that we have coded or mapped out how the lead is going to get into the new system is the way that we've done that is accurate. But I think it's really important for us collectively as an organization to understand why data is important, not because someone told us. If we don't understand what data is and why it's important, then we're going to start running into the same problems we have in our Salesforce now. And we want this to be a clean system. We want it to be a useful system, and we don't want you to have to sort through a bunch of junk. And so if that means that I need to spend half an hour of my training session explaining to you what data is, why it's important, then that's what I'm going to do. So, and luckily that's my entire background is data and data analysts and the theory of data. So my research was more so videos and interesting articles that explained it in a non-technical way. The other item that we thought we were going to get done this week and then wound up going a different way is that pesky little email to field on the lead and opportunity. It is kind of just floating in the air like a, I don't know, like a cloud, not really connected to anything. And we really needed it to be connected to an account or contact, but it's not. And so since that has only caused a headache and there's not that many records that have an email to that is different than that email, that original email field, we're just going to migrate them in the comment section so they won't be available for reports. But they will be available for you to reference, but not in any automated way. And so what I would encourage you to do, as I've been encouraging you to do throughout this whole Salesforce data upload is, or migration, is to just, take maybe an hour out of your day sometime today or this upcoming week and just kind of go through your accounts and contacts and make sure that, and your leads and opportunities, and make sure that if something looks kind of funny, like your email address is showing up in your phone fields, then I would suggest that you change that and you make sure that you get your information where it needs to be in the format it needs to be so that it gets migrated over properly. If you have concerns about this, just email me and we will discuss, and I would be happy to walk through it with you because I want your data to migrate over there as much as you probably do. But if you don't do that, then you can't say that I didn't warn you and didn't let you know that we need to be careful of that. So next week's going to be a little bit more of the same, mostly hopefully validating the activity data. So once I have that all worked out, I will be going through and testing out the process, and then we are piloting. So we're getting close. Not as close as I wanted to be. I wanted to have already finished piloting by now, but what can you do? This project just kind of has a mind of its own, apparently. So have a lovely weekend, everyone, and I don't really have an IT shout out this week, sorry. But y'all are great. Stay awesome.